Hey y'all, so we here for a love and marriage, Huntsville, season 8, episode 4 recap, live recap. How y'all doing today? I am not on camera today, but I plan to be back on camera for episode 5. So please bear with me. Please bear with me. But this episode that we're jumping into right now is called Keep My Wife's Name Out Your Mouth. Okay. So Tisha coming in, Kimmy's office so weird. I don't know if it's just like the way she was walking into Kimmy's office. It's just like she was just Tisha just gives me like not all the way comfortable vibes. Like it just the TV is still kind of new for her. I could just tell. But yeah, so keep my wife's name out your mouth. Letitia came into Kimmy's office and they get to talking. I'm guessing they're about to collaborate. I was trying to find a word. I'm sorry. I'm guessing they're about to collaborate on a restaurant business or whatever. So they get to talking about that. And then yeah, they just having a conversation or whatever. And then that's when Destiny joins them. So Destiny is here now. Destiny joins the office. They talk about Mel and Tisha and how they met up with Mel just recently. Tisha decides not to tell Destiny what Mel said about her and Martell. I agree. I probably wouldn't have told her about it either, honestly. They tell Destiny that they did talk to Sunny. Destiny didn't seem too crazy about it. Destiny didn't seem too moved by it. She didn't seem too crazy about it. I said it's harsh because it's really seeming as though that Destiny is proving that was her friend. Like it just seeming like that was my friend. Like that was my friend. And it's just harsh to watch you, Destiny, saying how this was such your good friend. And she's telling everybody else that she wasn't really a friend. She was just doing her job. Like, I don't think that I could sit there and just be like, that was my friend. That was my friend. But we was friends. And then you have this girl on the other end, like, oh, we wasn't friends. We wasn't really that friends. Like, bitch, okay. But we wasn't friends then. If you want to keep that narrative, even though it's probably different, but bitch, if you want to keep that narrative. I'm not gonna try to prove to the world that you were my friend. Like, I understand it makes you look bad in the end. That's why Destiny is pushing it. But at the same time, like, it just looked like fangirl behavior. Like, it just seems like Destiny, you're trying to prove it to us that this girl was your friend. So Destiny had this little fake smirk on, like, and Destiny do this smirk very often. But she had this like fake smirk smile going on, and it's just like, girl, we see right through that. Like, we see right through that. Then they get to discussing Stormy and Tisha's relationship with Stormy, and of course, Destiny's just like, well, when you and Stormy talk, that's when I'll talk to Sunny, I guess. I feel like Tisha talking to Stormy and you talking to Sunny is two different things. Like that talk needs to be had because it's one story and it's another, and I don't think Stormy and Tisha is even close to that situation. But whatever. I think Destiny look cute. Kimmy look cute. I love that Kimmy is rocking her natural hair. It's just so cute to me. Like I like seeing Kimmy in this fro. Destiny look cute with her bang. Tisha's always cute. Tisha is always cute. Now, the first couple seasons, Tisha had to get there, and she is still weird on the camera. But Tisha be cute. Period. Tisha be cute. Tisha can dress, and Tisha be cute. So kudos to Tisha. I don't really see Tisha in nothing that's just like, girl, you know. So I think it was a cute little talk. I do. I just Destiny. I don't know about Destiny, y'all. I don't know about Destiny, y'all. It just, it just, it's just not all the way there. And not mentally, it's just something going on that I just feel like it's not all the way there. But moving right along, let's get into Martell and Miss Nell. Okay, so when we get to Martell and Nell, look like they were at a little cute cow themed restaurant, looking very nice. I like that. Love and Marriage Huntsville is trying to show. I think they always did it, but it's just like the restaurants and the life of Huntsville. I'm really seeing it much, much more. Like I don't know why I don't think I've really seen. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But I like how they're just showing the business in Huntsville. You can see Huntsville is trying to have something going on. But yes, this is the cow restaurant or whatever, and they meet, and it's Miss Nell and Martell. And just from the start of this conversation, you can tell Martell was already ready to come with the shits about what he heard about Miss Nell. It's just like he's so ready to hear something bad about somebody else that can potentially be in the same boat as him, that he's gonna run with that. And I don't like that because that's not fair. Like even at the beginning of this conversation, he was like, "Oh, are we gonna talk about what I've heard?" No, Martell, you just went to jail. That's what we're gonna talk about. We don't care about what you heard because what you heard probably is a lie. What you heard is probably a lie. A lie. I said, why is Marshall trying to bring something out of nothing with Miss Nell? Like, if she says that she's not a side chick, don't sit there and disrespect this lady. Like, this lady is trying to help you in your marriage, console you in your marriage. Since we've seen Miss Nell, I hate that the daughter, or I can't say I hate that the daughter because I don't know what's true or what's not. But it's just like you're really trying it, Martell. It's just like, who are you? Who are you to say anything or question anybody about anything? It'd be the audacity in the balls for me. It'd be the audacity in the balls for me. Okay. Like, no, like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? That's what I would have told his ass. Who are you talking to? I was so happy when she was just like, Miss Nell was like, the only side piece over here is coleslaw. That's the only side piece, Martell. That's the one side piece you need to be worried about. Not nobody else marriage and nobody else side piece. Like, chill out. Like, who are you? Who are you to say anything to anybody about anything? Like, you cannot say anything. I would not be able to have a conversation with Martell. Like, I just couldn't. I honestly don't know how even Melody did it when she was in her marriage. Like I just couldn't. Like the narcissist, like the manipulation, like the just not the like not even the compatibility, but the mentality. It's just so far gone. You know how when they say older people be stuck in their ways, there's no changing them. And that's genuinely how I feel with Martell at this point. Like all the things, all the events, all the things that you have went through, it's no changing you, bro. Because at this point, it's just like it's no and he keeps wanting to show us. He's gonna show this text message again. But he points out this dumbass text messages. Like, what point? The point is the picture. That's the point. The point is the picture. That you sent this lady. Like you keep showing this nothing ass text message to everybody you sit and have a scene with. Why? We done seen it 50 million times, Martell. We don't need to see it no more. We don't need to see it no more. We done seen it 50,000 times. Yes, you said you got bullied. We get it. She went to the court about a picture. That's what that lady went to court about, Marcel. A picture. You failed. Clearly, you can't show the picture, but you failed to show everything and explain everything but the picture. Talk about the picture. I want to hear Marcel talk about the picture. Fuck the text message. Talk about the picture, Marcel. For real, like, talk about the picture. Like, what the fuck? Like nobody give a fuck about that damn text message. But yeah, I just don't like the way he was coming at Miss Nell. Like it just seemed from the start he was ready to come. Like he's so like if he hears something about somebody else, it really feeds his soul. You could tell. You could tell. moving on, moving right along. I'm sorry, moving right along to Marcel and Maurice meet up. So when they meet up, I don't know if they meet up at Black. I don't know if this is Black, but it's a nice setting. They are smoking cigars. Him and his brother seem to always have a good connection. I don't think I've ever seen Marcel and Maurice not have a good connection. Of course, they're brothers, of course, but it just seems like they are the same person. They always on the same type of time, same type of page. I wonder what Marcel got to say about Maurice arrest over the weekend. I'm curious to see what Maurice got to say since he always have this Martin Luther King speeches on these episodes. I'm curious what he has to say about. If you guys do not know, which I'm pretty sure if you got to this video and you are a Love and Marriage Huntsville fan, you know, Maurice ended up getting arrested over the weekend. I believe it was Saturday. But comment if I'm wrong. He ended up getting arrested over the weekend for a DUI at 12 o'clock at noon. So it was an uproar, on these YouTube streets. And yeah, so I'm just like, what? Like, I'm just like, how? Like, but when somebody start elaborating and saying that this is the weekend that Funky I need to visit Huntsville and all the extraness with that, I'm just like, okay, that makes sense. They probably partied too hard. And he was booked at 12 noon. So the process of all that probably could have taken, an hour or two. So ain't no telling. He probably got pulled over at 10 o'clock, you know? So who knows? But the booking is at noon. So he probably partied all night. But Kimmy, where you at? Pooh. Kimmy, where you at? Because Kimmy gonna back her man up, baby. Kimmy gonna back her man up. But enough about that. Moses joins the guys at the cigar lounge, or I don't know if this is Black. I don't know. But Moses meets up with the guy. I think Moses is full of shit. I think Moses and Sonny cultivated this plan from the very beginning. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Moses is clearly ready for all that comes with this. He does it. He said it. He said, we are ready for that. We ready for all that. When Marcel try to explain to him how the internet, how the comments, yeah, you feel like these comments is just comments now. But when they start popping up and your wife start reading them and start ingesting them, and maybe she might seem like it's not bothering her now, but in the long run, it will bother her. So Marcel tried to give him a clear piece of advice. Moses said he is prepared for everything that comes with this, and I cannot agree with him more. I feel I feel like Moses and Sonny is prepared for whatever come with these. For sure. I think they planned and executed and did everything they needed to do to get on this show and do what they're doing right now. I personally believe that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Moses is full of shit. And I feel like what was the problem between him and Destiny is Destiny didn't want him to come on this show and steal her spotlight. She know what kind of nigga Moses was. She ain't dumb. She ain't dumb. And we're gonna talk about it a little bit more when we get to the part where her and Moses meet up at the end. But Moses is definitely with the shit. He definitely with the shit. Everything he just seems to be moving so fast when it comes to Moses and Sunny. Like it just seemed like pop y'all meet up, pop y'all talk, pop y'all get married, pop y'all engaged. Like it just of course the category was in. I mean, the event, the order of events is not proper, but it just seemed like fast paced. Like everything just seems to move so very fast when it comes to Sunny and Moses, which makes me even believe even more that this was the setup that Carlos King set up from the very beginning to come to us with the bullshit. I don't care what nobody say. I think this setup that Carlo, not Marlo. Marlo don't have nothing to do with this. But I just feel like this is a setup that Carlos King did to come with us with the bullshit. Even in the beginning when Tisha and Kimmy and Destiny met up, Destiny said something about, you know, Sunny being let go. I don't think Sunny was let go. I don't think Sunny was fired. I think Sunny and Carlos came up with this whole thing. Sunny, Carlos, and Moses. Carlos prepared Moses and Sunny for this. That was the best. That was the best person to do it. Carlos prepared Moses and Sunny for this. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. It was a scheme that Carlos set up to come with us with the bullshit. Moses, you can go back to wherever you came from. I genuinely, and we're gonna leave it off here with the Moses and Sunny and this Marcel and Maurice meetup. I personally would want to see the chemistry between Moses and Sunny. That is gonna verify for me that this was a scheme that Carlos, Moses, and Sunny came up to come at us with the bullshit. I want us to do they kiss? Do they hug? Do they interact? Is it like affectionate? Is it like anything? I personally want to see that. I hope they show that going forward in this season. But that's what I want to see. And that would determine, like, that will justify for me, like, this was a scheme that they set up to come to us with the bullshit. Period. So next we move on to Courtney and Stormy meet up at the gym with Tisha. Tisha. We're gonna just say Tisha. I hope that's the lady name. And her boy toy. We're gonna say boy toy because I forgot the man name. So let's get into that. And just to touch back on the Maurice, Marceau, and Moses meetup before we go into Courtney and Stormy. I feel like Moses want to be the new Marcel. And that's what Carlos King and them cultivated. Like, I feel like it's like when they were telling him that he remind them of Marcel, like the smile on this man's face is just like gittery. Like, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. Like, that's what he gives to me. Period. He is with the shit. Period. So Stormy Courtney meet Letitia. I really keep forgetting her man name. But they meet them at the gym, which is all cool. I thought they said it wasn't gonna meet them at the gym, but I guess they needed to for the show. So they needed to meet them at the gym or whatever. And yeah. So they meet up. Is and I hate to say this because I genuinely when she gets into just having a conversation, I genuinely hate this for her when she just consoles with, Stormy about her personal life or whatever. Going back a little bit, like I said, it seems like Courtney is from Huntsville. And it's like clarifying for me even more. If you know for sure, please drop down in the comments. But it seems like Courtney is from Huntsville. Yeah, because him and the dude even seems like they played on like a little league together or something like that. So it just seems like they're all from Huntsville, whatever. So that is good. Trish, I really don't know if I'm saying her name right. I hope I am. But she does look like she has a nice body. She does. She looks like she has a nice body. And she looks like she's a nice person. She's a nice person, but it's just hard to watch her talk. Like just going through the whole situation with her and Stormy when they were like when she was venting to Stormy, just like the situation with her and her boyfriend and her being still married, which I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. All this that you're still married, that's insane. That's insane. but I'm getting above myself right now. So, yeah, it's just like when she's having a conversation, she talks really patchy like. And I don't know if I'm saying this right. I don't know if it's a word for it, but she really talks like patchy like. It's really not complete. And then she goes to explain, the situation with her mom and her sister and her dad, which is freaking horrible. That's freaking horrible. That really is. That really is. But as she's talking to Stormy, I'm just like, girl, you need therapy, not the gym, baby. You need real help. Like with your just alone, like F the marriage. F the marriage. Just alone, your mom, your sister, and your dad. No, ma'am. You do not need to be anybody lover. You need to be in some serious therapy. Because that is a lot on somebody. And then you're getting a divorce from a man that Stormy calls Mr. Like, yeah, yeah. They just be putting anybody in the show, y'all. Carlos King, it's just everybody else. Like, even when I was watching The Never Ever Meet, I don't know if you guys watch that, but it's a show on as well. It's on as well. It's called The Never Ever Meet. It's a reality show about couples that met online and started dating and never met each other in person. So that's one thing, but it's a lot of people on that show. They needed to go to therapy first. They needed to figure out shit with themselves first. And it was clear. And everybody does. Like in a relationship, I know it's some things that I have personally changed about myself and I had to go from and I had to learn within my relationship. So I don't just want to say you cannot be in a relationship and still grow and learn. But getting on these TV screens, trying to broadcast these relationships, it just really seemed like, bro, you need therapy. And what stick out to me is because how him and her boyfriend, Letitia, I believe I'm saying her name right, but her and her man, it seems like they both went through some stuff. They both is using this gym as therapy when real therapy needs to happen, either together or separate. But that needs to happen ASAP because just her talking about how she flows and she holds everything in. It's just watching how she talks and holds the conversation. It's just like, girl, like, mm-mm. But so, I mean, Courtney and the dude seemed like they were having a good talk, but mm, I think they need real therapy outside of the gym. And that's just on period. They're just on period. So let's move along and we get to Martell. And Chris meet at Martell's rental property, I guess. I guess Martell has worked on this property or whatever. He was the builder for this property. I don't know. He really did not explain that part. It does seem like Martell and Chris has a good relationship, and Chris hates to have to check him, but he knew he had no other choice because Martell, you were disrespectful as hell to his wife. It's just like Martell is just horrible. Martell is just horrible. Like I just know a few men like Martell, like a Martell. Moses is one of them. Moses is showing y'all he is just a new Martell coming in. It's only so long Melody and Martell can kick up this madness, baby. Martell, baby, he is the one for the book. I can only imagine the shit Martell be doing to Ariana. I can only imagine the shit he be putting her through. He probably get that bitch stronger. Do you hear me? I for sure believe that Melody has it or have it or whatever easier than Ariana. For sure. And this is talking about not even outside of how people treat her online. Outside of that, I think how he treats her personally on a personal basis. I think that man probably ooh wee baby. Just the way he acts on his TV, just the way he has a conversation, just the way he even talks to people, how manipulative he is, like how self-centered he is, how much of a narcissist he is. Bitch, you got hell on a motherfucking scale, and then you got to everybody saying, bitch, please, oh, you were crazy. Okay? I know y'all. Comment down below if y'all feel the same way. Martell be giving Ariana hell. I don't care what nobody say. He's hell on wheels. I could even have a personal conversation with this man. I know he's hell on wheels. So it's just imagine you having to deal with this man on a daily basis. Girl, please. I would just not. I would just be over it. My head would just explode. But Mr. Fletcher, Mr. Chris, he explains to Marcel how it was disrespectful to call his wife a side chick. And that she wasn't a side chick. And Marcel trying to just go back and forth with the man about I hope being a side chick and not Marcel. It's just like he wants that for somebody else. Like he wants somebody else to go through what he went through. He wants somebody else to feel his pain. He wants that. So they talk or whatever. They talking about the rental properties and they talking. Marcel says he won't call her that again. And then Mr. Chris he asked Marcel, Nell told me a little bit more about the situation than it really was. It's just like you sent her, like you threatened her, you know, with revenge porn. And Martell, Sylvia Martell, he's gonna use this he being bullied to the very end. He being bullied to the very end. And just to jump back, I'm so sorry, y'all, but I'm jumping back to Ken. That's his name, Ken, and Tisha or whatever. I feel bad for Ken. It seems like Ken had to put on a lot. It seems like Ken, like she just keep bragging about how you beat up this man, not literally, but you're beating him up, you're pushing him away, like you're being mean to him, like you like. I feel bad for the man, like. And then the only thing you keep saying is he just deals with it. He is a strong man. He deals with it. Like that's not fair to him. Like what the hell? That's what your relationship is grounded on. That's crazy. That's crazy business. But I wrote down like I low key feel sad for Ken. Like it just seems like you're just taking shit at this point. But that's why I say they both need therapy. Ken and Letitia, whatever. And they just put anybody on this TV. I said what I said. I said what I said. But back to Martell and Chris. They talk or whatever, and Martell just keeps saying, like, go ask Melody. She showed it. Ask Melody. Talk to Melody. Ask Melody to see a picture. Melody said it. Ask Melody. Like, God damn, bro. Like, shut up. I know he be doing that with Ariana ass. I know he just talk about Melody all day, every day. I know she be getting sick of that shit. I know she's so over it with Marcel. I know she be happy when Marcel gone. I just feel it in my bones. I just feel it in my bones. Moses and Destiny meet up. Y'all, I really did write too much notes about Moses and Destiny. Yeah, it was just like, bro. And this is probably the most anticipated. That's why they put this at the very end. But to me, I just wasn't interested. I don't know if at the end I was just so ready for the end, but I just was not interested, y'all, in Moses and Destiny. Like it was just like, okay, okay. It was just not interesting, y'all. But I did say Moses and Destiny meet up, and Destiny get there, and it just the conversation just didn't do anything for me, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie and just make it seem like it did because it really didn't, y'all. Tell me what it did for y'all, cause it was just like okay, that's just the exact reaction that I had from it, and I'm not gonna force it out. I'm not gonna force it out of me because I ain't got it in me. So y'all tell me how y'all felt about the Destiny and Moses meetup. We'll talk about it in the comments. Tell me how you felt, and I'll tell you how I felt. But that's all I got for y'all today. Like, subscribe, please. Thank you. It's nothing to like and subscribe, okay? Nothing to do that. So like and subscribe, and I'll be back and on cam. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'll be back on cam for episode 5. But until then, peace.